Hi friends, I'm Diane. I'm 59 years old, postmenopausal, and I have lost and maintained a 105-pound weight loss since starting a GLP-1 medication in November of 2022. So I thought I would give you an update on my 15 milligram dose. If you haven't seen my previous videos, I increased my dose from 12.5 to 15 milligrams of Mounjaro. I've taken 3 shots so far, and I thought I would give you an update on how it's going. When I titrated up from 10 to 12.5 milligrams, I had very little change. I had very little side effects. Since titrating up to 15 milligrams, it's a different story. I have been dealing with a lot of nausea, upset stomach, sulfur burps, headache, so it's kind of been kicking my butt. I almost feel like I did when I first started on Mounjaro 3.5 years ago. These are a lot of the symptoms that I had when I first started the medication. So I've been kind of surprised at how strong the side effects have been, because it's not really anything I've been dealing with on some of the lower doses. So I'm not gonna lie, I am struggling. I am struggling to eat. Nothing is appealing. Nothing tastes good. Sometimes the thought of even eating anything makes me want to gag. I was trying to do my meal prep on Sunday, and I kept putting it off and putting it off and putting it off because I felt so miserable, and the thought of actually looking at meal prep and food was making the nausea worse. I know it's going to take a little bit of time for my body to adjust to this higher dose, but yeah, I am struggling. I'm struggling to eat anything other than saltine crackers and 0 sugar ginger ale. It's about all my stomach has been able to handle. I usually take my shots on Friday, and I do that mainly because I've had issues where I'm actually pretty good during the week about staying on track, and on the weekends, you have events and things like that, and I found that I was eating more on the weekends. So I thought by taking my shot on Friday, the strongest effects of the medication I would have over the weekend. And it's actually been working out now that I've titrated up, because I've been feeling so crummy 2 to 3 days after my shot, that at least I'm not at work feeling as so terrible. I can just kind of take it easy at home and not worry about it too much. And besides just the nausea and the sulfur burps, I have also been dealing with a little bit of diarrhea. It's funny, when I first started this journey, I never really, other than when I was on Ozempic, I never really had any bad constipation. I would go back and forth, actually. I would be constipated, not terribly, but I would have a little bit of constipation, and then I'd deal with diarrhea, and then I go back to a little bit of constipation and then diarrhea. But full on, not to get too TMI, but full on diarrhea yesterday. Today is Tuesday. And that was fun. I felt absolutely horrible yesterday while I was at work, and I just wanted to go home and go back to bed. But I have a deadline and I got things to do, so you gotta suck it up and deal with it. I know it's gonna take a little while for my body to adjust to the higher dose. I know that this will all pass. So like I said, I am struggling right now to eat. What I had planned to do in this video was what I eat in a day, but considering that I'm not doing well in terms of eating, I don't think that's probably a great idea. I did manage to get all my protein in yesterday, which surprised me considering how crappy I felt, but I had to do it with the help of a protein shake and a protein bar. That was the only way I was going to get all of my protein in for the day. So, you know, you do what you have to do, and that's okay. It's not going to be like this forever. My body will adjust. I just get through the rough patch, and, you know, I'll get back on track. So if I can, if I'm feeling better tomorrow, because I'm certainly not doing it today because my stomach is still not right, I will try to do what I eat in a day for you so you can see what I'm doing. But it's just, you know, when my stomach is upset, basically all I feel like I can eat are carbs, like crackers, toast, things like that. And that's not interesting and or helpful to anybody on a GLP-1. So, like I said, if I'm feeling better tomorrow, I will film what I eat in a day, and I'll tack it on to the end of this video so that way you guys can see what I'm doing. Well, I am happy to announce that for the first time since I've taken my shot on Saturday, today is Wednesday, that I did not wake up with overwhelming nausea. Yay, I love that for me. So I thought what I would do is I would show you what I'm eating in a day. Again, if you haven't seen in any of my previous videos, I'm not a big breakfast person. I can't really stomach, even without Mounjaro, can't stomach having a big breakfast. So I usually keep it pretty simple. I don't know why I have a frog in my throat, but apparently I do this morning. So I just thought I would show you what I'm going to eat today. And this would be a pretty typical sort of meal plan for me. I usually do a lighter breakfast, a bigger lunch, and then sort of a average sized dinner. And sometimes I do a sweet treat. I like having a sweet treat at night. So I'll take you through the day and show you what I'm eating. And I do want to preface all of this by saying, this is what I do, this is what works for me. I'm not telling you that you need to eat like this. I'm just hoping that maybe you'll use it as inspiration as you try to come up with a meal plan for yourself. I am not a dietitian, and so take everything that I'm showing you with a grain of salt. Okay, disclaimer out of the way. Breakfast. Throughout my whole journey, I generally in the morning have a protein shake, either pre-made, just the protein shake, or I will use a vanilla protein shake and make myself a chai latte, a protein chai latte. I'm kind of, especially since I've been having a lot of stomach issues going up in dose, I've kind of stayed away from the chai latte, and I've just been drinking the straight pre-made protein shake. So right now I bought these Premier Protein lemon bar. I'll show you the nutritional information should you be interested in such things. It's a limited edition. It's okay. I was actually hoping for more of a lemony flavor to it. To me it tastes like a vanilla shake with a little bit of lemon in it. I mean, I wouldn't want it so it's so tart that it'll make your face curl, but it's okay. I probably wouldn't buy this one again. I really like the chocolate in the Premier Protein, but I thought I would try it because I do like lemon. But there's my quick review of the lemon bar. Okay, I don't just like to drink my calories, especially for breakfast. So in addition to the protein shake, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see these guys, but I made myself a couple of hard-boiled eggs. And I cook them in the Instant Pot, and it's so weird because sometimes they come out perfect and sometimes they don't. This time they came out a little underdone, but that's fine. And I will probably put everything but the bagel seasoning on these and eat that, and that will be my breakfast. And that comes out to, between the protein shake and the eggs, about 44 grams of protein, which is, for such a small amount of food, is a really good start to my day trying to get my protein in. I do try to get between 100 and 120 grams every day. It's been difficult the past few days because my stomach has been so upset, but I managed to do it yesterday, and I plan on getting it done today. So this 44 grams of protein is a really good start to get me to my goal of the 100 to 120 grams of protein for the day. So I'm going to go ahead and eat this, and I will come back when it's lunchtime and I'll show you what I'm doing for that. Okay, let's try this again. I went and I thought I was filming what I'm having for lunch, but apparently I forgot to turn the camera on. For lunch today, if you've seen any of my previous videos where I talk about, I've kind of changed the way that I eat my lunch. I bought a bunch of bento boxes, and that's what I use to make my lunch. So for today, in this container, I have my fruit, my usual blackberries, and some grapes. This is my vegetables. I have sugar snap peas and cucumbers. And normally what I would do is I would put everything but the bagel seasoning on the cucumbers, but I've already had that with my breakfast on my eggs, and so I'm not going to do that here because I'm going to try to keep my salt down, and also because there's something else that I might have with my lunch that's going to have it in there, so I'm just going to eat those plain. And then I have a wrap. I am terrible at making wraps. I can never get them to stay together. I never can get the right proportions of the food in it, but I tried to do it today and it came out okay. This is the inside of my wrap. It's got turkey, Swiss cheese, spinach, and light mayo. I used to get, or I've gotten from Trader Joe's, they make some really good wraps. One of my favorites is one with turkey bacon, spinach, and like a tomato mayo. It's really good. But I bought those years ago. As the years have gone on, they're putting less and less stuff in the center of it. And so it's not quite as good as it used to be, which is disappointing. But I really enjoy those. So I was kind of trying to do a play off of that. Obviously there's no turkey bacon and I don't have any tomato mayo, but this is gonna be my lunch. Now I may add something to it, depending on if I'm still hungry after I eat all of this. I got these protein pretzels, I think at Wegmans, couple weeks back. Let me show you the stats on them. I've tried a couple of different flavors. I've tried the sea salt, and this is the everything but the bagel. As you can tell, I like everything but the bagel seasoning. But these are actually really tasty. They don't have that protein taste. The entire bag is 190 calories with 28 grams of protein. If I do have this, I'm probably not going to eat the whole bag. I'll probably only do half the bag, which is 110 calories and 15 grams of protein. Still really good. So the food that I have in the bento box comes out to about 31 grams of protein. So if I add half a bag of this, that'll be 45 grams of protein. So that's over 80 grams of protein just on those two meals, my breakfast and my lunch. So, I have a lot of flexibility with my dinner on what I can have. I'm actually not sure, haven't decided what I'm doing for dinner tonight yet. I have to go grocery shopping later, so I may look and see if there was anything that's interesting. I do have a freezer that's stocked with stuff, so I may pull some stuff out of there. I'm not sure. I haven't really thought about it, to be honest with you. So I am going to go ahead and eat this. When I get out of work, I'm going to go grocery shopping, and then I'll see you for dinner and possibly a sweet treat at the end of the day.
Okay, so I had a plan for dinner. I was going to make scallops, and sweet potatoes and green beans. However, it is 90 degrees here today. I live in a 100-year-old house that does not have central air conditioning. I don't have any air conditioning in our kitchen, and it is currently 81 degrees here. So, because it's so warm, I do not want to turn on any appliance. So I decided, I bought a salad kit. This one is called Endless Summer. And it's got romaine lettuce, carrots, red cabbage, Swiss cheese, artesian style croutons, sunflower seeds, herbs and spices, and a summer vinaigrette. So I'm probably going to use half of this, and I have some rotisserie chicken that I bought. So I think I'm going to put that together as my dinner. This kit is, for one serving, is 150 calories, 3 grams of protein. Like I said, I'll probably eat maybe 1.5 servings of this along with the rotisserie chicken, and I'm going to call it a night for dinner because I do not want to be cooking tonight. It's so stinking warm, and we're about to get a storm. It's starting to get dark out, and it's 5 o'clock. It's like 5:15, and it's starting to get dark out. So I want to go ahead and get this done. So I'm going to just go ahead and make it so simple on myself tonight. I'm going to get plenty of protein and lots of veg, and it'll taste delicious. That's dinner. I'll be back in a little while when I get my sweet treat, and I'll show you what that is. Okay, for my sweet treat tonight, I am going to have one of these Prime Bites brownies. They're 220 calories and 19 grams of protein. I bought some of these off of their website, and they sent me a coupon code. So I'll link it down in the description box. I think you get 15% off, and they do kick money back to me apparently if anybody uses that link. Whatever. They just sent me the link. I didn't ask for it, so I don't really care if I make any money off of it. But if you're interested, this is my favorite flavor. I've tried a bunch of the different flavors. They have like a blueberry one, a cinnamon roll, devil's food cake, s'mores, birthday cake kind of one. This is my favorite. It's chocolate, it's fudgy. It does not have that protein aftertaste. So I really like, if you like chocolate, this is the one to get because it's so stinking good. So that was my whole day of eating. I ended up getting around 140 to 150 grams of protein, which was really good for me because I usually shoot for like 100 to 120. The protein brownie really kind of just took it over the top for me. So I hope you enjoyed watching what I've eaten today, even though I had to do a quick end around for dinner and do something completely different. I did also want to make one comment. I did use quite a bit of processed foods during the course of the day today. I normally don't do that as much. I usually do have the protein shake in the morning, and then sometimes in the evening I'll have something processed like the brownie. But it's important to know that you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to make every meal from scratch in order for this to work. It's okay to use from time to time processed foods. I don't make a habit of doing as much as I did today, but it's just how it worked out. So I'm not going to beat myself up about it, and I'm meeting myself where I'm at right now. And life is chaotic and busy, and I know we're all like that, and sometimes you do need to use a shortcut or use something processed. There's nothing wrong with that. If you enjoyed this video or found it interesting or informative, I greatly appreciate it if you'd give me a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, I'd love to have you. As I continue my journey, I still have quite a bit of weight left to lose, so I would love to have you along and show you my journey. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them down in the comment section. I read every comment, I respond to comments. So I hope you're having a great day. I hope you have a great week. Thanks again for watching. Take care.
Give a little bit of loving, just a little bit the real thing.